remain standing for the invocation to be delivered by Eli Page, the 2020-21 Student Government President. Following the invocation, please remain standing for the national anthem performed by the Spartanburg Day School Concert Band under the direction of Mr. Dick Barnes.
At this happy time, let us begin with giving thanks. Please join me in prayer. Almighty God, in humility and awe, we bow our heads and give you praise. You are the creator of all that is good and true. You are the source of love and friendship. You are the miracle worker that brings good out of hard times. You are the source of grace and redemption when life falls apart. Thank you, O God, for bringing us through this most difficult year. Thank you for the wonder of science and healthcare workers that are bringing us out of this pandemic time. We give thanks for this special day when we are gathered together with our school, our friends, and families. No longer do we take for granted just being with one another. We give you thanks for Spartanburg Day School. We thank you for faculty who daily shape the minds and hearts of students that they might enjoy the beauty and wonder of life and reach their full potential as caring and informed thinkers and doers. Thank you for their patience and resilience and their words that make all the difference. Thank you for SDS parents and students who create a welcoming and exceptional community. Holy One, we especially thank you for the milestone of today for the graduates and their families. You, O Lord, have been with us through so many things and brought us to the point of achievement. We celebrate all this represents: hard work, keen minds, strong bodies, dedication to the common good, resilience in the face of challenges and difficulties, and all the victories and milestones. O God, so bless us in our commencement this day, that righteous character and noble truth be our guiding principles and our beacons in life. For the good of the world and all her people, we pray. Amen.
You may be seated. Good morning and welcome to the 58th commencement celebration of the Spartanburg Day School. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and the senior class of 2021, we welcome you to our beautiful campus. Our purpose today is to celebrate, to gather with our graduates as they are together as a class one final time. This is a day of celebration, and especially this year, a time to recognize their resilience, their optimism, and their considerable accomplishments. Griffin spirit has never been more important than this year and on this day. The mission of Spartanburg Day School is fulfilled today in the class of 2021. Please join me in recognizing President of the Board of Trustees, Mrs. Jamie Wall, who joins us on the stage and participates in today's ceremony. We also welcome all current and former Board of Trustees members with us today, some who are parents of a senior, and many who have provided governance for the school for many, many years. The faculty of Spartanburg Day School provides daily inspiration and expert guidance, a priceless gift to our students as they model learning and engagement and as they mentor students, preparing them for this day and for college and for a life well lived. One of our beloved traditions is the final walk to graduation, a walk with the faculty lining the path to the ceremony. The community of trust shared among learners, student, and teacher is one of our most enduring traditions. Seniors, let's give your faculty one final round of applause in recognition and in thanks for their dedication to you. Thank you to our faculty. To the families and friends who join us in celebration today, thank you for being here and for sharing this day with us. Day school parents, thank you for the many ways you have given of your time and talents over the years as parent volunteers. Who better to navigate a pandemic with than Spartanburg Day School parents? To the class of 2021, this is a day to celebrate and be proud of all that you have accomplished, and yours is an impressive list of accomplishments and service to others. Among your class are those who are lifers, having spent 14 years together growing and becoming the people you are today. Those who join the class along the way in lower, middle, or upper school, adding your own talents and personalities to the class tapestry. Among you are a number of last in the family line, following siblings who are also graduates, and you are the last of your family to graduate from the day school in this generation. And because of extenuating circumstances during these unprecedented times, there is one member of your class, Ting Wei Zhang, who is a member of this class and who is live streaming the ceremony from his home in China. We miss his presence in person, but know that he and his family are celebrating our graduation. This fall, your class of 34 individuals will attend 25 colleges in 11 states, and how fortunate those institutions are to welcome you. These next destinations will include the experiences of new people and challenging opportunities, all leading you toward that life well lived with our mission fulfilled in you. On this last morning together as a class, you are encircled by those who love you, believe in you, who want the best for you, and by those who will always welcome you back to the day school. Although the goodbyes are filled with emotion, we know that you are ready for a world that awaits you and a world that needs you. I have witnessed your potential unfold, your talents honed, your kindness shared. We have great confidence in the paths you will follow and how you will do your part to change the world for good, a world that desperately needs your goodness. And finally, remember that those of us who shared this last walk with you this morning will never forget you, for you are forever Griffins. The Larabee Endowed Chair Award was established in 1977 with a gift from the estate of Leland and Nell Larabee. The award is presented annually to recognize good teaching, honoring a faculty member who incorporates innovation and creativity in the classroom. The recipient receives a one-year stipend of $2,500. This year's Larabee Award recipient began her day school service in 1998 and for the past 23 years has created an individualized learning path and a program that has supported student learners by providing varied instructional strategies for teaching all students. Her VISTAS program leadership spans all 3 divisions and supports a wide range of student learning differences. Supporting students, leading them to be confident learners ultimately launches them with organizational skills and self-awareness that serves them for their college years and later in their chosen careers. One parent referred to the recipient and referred to their students' experience with VISTAS as life-changing. Unlocking the mysteries of learning and leading students to overcome challenges and to learn to advocate for themselves comes naturally to her. A colleague wrote that she champions those who approach life and learning differently and guides teachers in seeing, understanding, teaching, and celebrating in the classroom. She is a diligent student herself, always seeking to add to her considerable body of knowledge in her area of expertise. Her colleagues see her as thorough and organized and a true teammate in whatever they are undertaking. For these reasons and more, please join me in honoring Mrs. Tara Greer as the 2021 Larabee Award winner. Mrs. Greer will come to the podium to receive her award. The Caggiano Memorial Alumni Award is presented to an alumnus who has distinguished himself or herself on a national or international level, or for one who has made a significant contribution to the life of Spartanburg Day School. Announcing the recipient of the 2021 Caggiano Award is Day School alumnus Billy Blackford, class of 1975.
Thank you, Rachel. Good morning. I'm glad to be here. As a graduate in 1975 and as a parent of 2 daughters who went all the way through as well, graduation day is it's a day school day. You know, it's just a celebration of extended celebration of the day school family. My daughters loved SDS and benefited from their experience. When I'm here, I oftentimes think about our school and how long it's been here. 64 years. Same as me. Then I think about which one looks better. It's not me. Caggiano Alumni Award recognizes an alumnus who always keeps SDS in their heart, who contributes, who comes back, who gives back, and who embodies what it means to be a lifelong Griffin. Today's recipient spent 12 happy years at Spartanburg Day. Going back, his dad used to drop him off in those early days at the old lower school in Drayton. Some of us remember that place. Today's recipient loved SDS so much that he also sent his 3 children here. You see, today's recipient has a committed love for our school, a willingness to do whatever it takes to help the day school win and excel. He supports our alumni. If he didn't, why would he take the NBA League Pass and watch all of Zion Williamson's basketball games this year, all 72? I'll admit it, I did too, often with him. Today's recipient is active in the Spartanburg community. When there was no junior lacrosse program in Spartanburg, he single-handedly founded one, nurtured it, and continues to contribute to its success today. A deep love for our school. SDS is a big part of who he is. Griffins flow out of him, a day school lifer. Ladies and gentlemen, Caggiano Alumni Award for 2021 goes to our friend Jay Wakefield.
Appreciate y'all. You bet. Let me know what was going on. I appreciate that.
It's our pleasure also to welcome back to the day school Mr. Ricky Richardson, class of 1971, an alumni parent, and Mrs. Nancy Bain Cote, alumni parent. The foundation, Spartanburg County Foundation, is a valued partner with Spartanburg Day School, and we welcome Ricky and Nancy to present the Valedictorian Award to the 2021 Valedictorian, Hope Moreno. Following the County Foundation presentation, Hope will present the Valedictorian's address.
Good morning. I am Nancy Cote.
And I'm Ricky Richardson.
We are
We're
both members of the Board of Trustees at the Spartanburg County Foundation, parents of SDS lifers,
and I'm an SDS alumnus. It's an honor to be here with you today to celebrate the many accomplishments of our 2021
SDS
graduates.
graduates. Since 1943, the Spartanburg County Foundation has worked diligently to improve the lives of Spartanburg County residents by promoting philanthropy, encouraging community engagement, and responding to community needs.
Over its 78-year history, the Foundation has recognized the importance of education and has led efforts to identify and address educational needs in our community. In acknowledgement of this commitment, the Spartanburg County Foundation has made a special presentation each year for many years to the valedictorian of each graduating class in Spartanburg County.
Today, we have the honor of presenting the annual Spartanburg County Foundation Valedictorian Award to a very special student. Representing the staff and trustees of the Foundation, we are pleased to present this engraved silver bowl to Hope Lauren Moreno, the valedictorian of the class of 2021.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
If I could describe our class in one word, the word that always comes to mind is passionate. Whether it's about winning kickball games or powder puff games, rallying together to bring in the most cans for the food drive, or working together to win homecoming 2 years in a row, when we set our minds to something, we have a way of coming together and making it happen. While sometimes this passion gets us into some trouble, this quality is something I have always admired about our class. Over these last 4 years, we've been through a lot together. There have been ups and downs and, well, a global pandemic, but I have never seen a group of people more willing to find light in a difficult situation. These last 2 years weren't ideal. It felt like overnight our world completely changed and we were forced to adapt. However, There hasn't been a day that has gone by that hasn't been filled with laughter. Whether on Zoom or in person, we were able to keep connected to each other, and we never lost that passion that brings us together. Dealing with the effects of the pandemic hasn't been easy, but from this life-altering and history-making event, I feel like we have been able to learn an array of lessons that will continue to play an important role in our lives. We have learned the importance of not taking anything or anyone for granted, because overnight, everything can change. We learned the importance of thinking about how our actions affect others and not just ourselves. And most of all, we've learned that with perseverance, we can get through anything. When I look at you in front of me today, I see the future. We are the future. I see a diverse group of individuals with different interests and passions who all bring something unique and equally as important to our community. Through the years, I have gotten the privilege to get to know each of you, and I can honestly say that I have been inspired by many of you. I've been inspired by the way that some of you are never afraid to use your voice and speak your minds, by those of you who have set goals for yourself and worked endlessly to achieve them, those who many people doubted, but you pushed through and proved them wrong, by the strength of those of you who have gone through obstacles in your lives but persevered through them, those of you who work each day to be kind to others, those of you who aren't afraid to be completely yourselves, and those of you who come every day with a smile on your face and the ability to bring laughter to every situation. This class is made up of an amazing group of people, and I am proud to be a part of it. Thank you for all the laughter and memories that we have shared over the past 4 years. I still remember my first days at SDS. I was so nervous because I was joining a new school in the second year of middle school. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to connect with people or make friends because everybody knew each other already. I could not have been more wrong. My first moments of SDS are filled with gestures of welcome. I still remember how these girls, Maggie and Mariana, on the tennis team would be the first people from SDS to ever talk to me. How I would meet a girl, Yasmine Wan, who was a new student just like me, and the way that we leaned on each other those first few days. How at the back-to-school picnic, I would be excitedly greeted and made feel welcome by these two girls wearing matching outfits, Ashlyn and Ashcat. How a parent, Miss Page, would greet me on the first day with a huge smile and introduce me to these girls named Lillian and Maddie, who would go on to become some of my best friends. How her son, Eli Page, would help me set up my locker shelf when he noticed me alone and struggling. How Abby Henthorne and Miles would pair up with me for a history project in which we would rewrite the script of Mulan, and Miles would make an excellent Mushu. These are just a few examples of many moments over the years. These small moments of kindness that to others may seem forgettable, but made all the difference to me. As that sixth grader, I never realized that the day school community would become more than a school to me. It would become a home, and it would bring people into my life that would become like family. And for that, I am eternally grateful. While today is a day of celebration, it is also a day of gratitude for the people who have helped us reach this moment in our lives. I would like to begin by thanking the teachers who helped us reach this moment in our lives, who worked tirelessly to prepare us for this next step. Through your dedication and encouragement, you have helped us reach our goals and given us a strong foundation for what to expect as we go into college. We recognize all the early days and late afternoons you spent with us when we needed extra help, the hours spent planning and putting together lessons, and the effort you put forth to make us feel seen and heard in your classrooms. When I personally look back upon my high school years, I will remember how Mr. Lawnen's physics quizzes taught me that sometimes you fail, but the real lesson is in learning from that failure and not giving up until you solve the problem. I will remember how Ms. McGrath would take time out of her weekends to hold huge Panera review sessions so that we would feel prepared for our exams. I remember how Ms. Webster would patiently answer my millions of questions about a test until I felt comfortable. And how Ms. Reinhardt would hand out a Jolly Rancher during all her Latin midterms to try and calm our nerves. These are just a few of hundreds of examples of ways that teachers have gone out of their way to make my high school experience a meaningful one. It's also important that this day we recognize the people who have shaped us into who we are today. our parents. Without you, we wouldn't be able to have this moment. Throughout our lives, you have supported, guided, and motivated us to keep pushing to the end. To my parents, I have grown up watching your hard work and endless sacrifices so that I may have the best life and education possible. Thank you for your endless motivation and unfaltering belief in me. Without you, I wouldn't be up here today. I would like to close with this thought. This day marks the ending of a chapter in our lives, and we are about to start a completely new and exciting one. This is only the beginning of the rest of our lives, and I have no doubt that each and every one of you will go on to make this world a better place. However, I think it is also important that we not forget the community and the people who have helped shape us into who we are today. High school came with a lot of ups and downs, but without these experiences, we wouldn't be where we are today or who we are today. And so as we continue our story, it's also important that we not forget where we started it. With that, to my class, congratulations, we did it. And I'm so excited to see all the amazing things that the future holds for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Hope. The Gary Clark Headmaster's Award is presented to a senior who, through graciousness, good manners, courtesy, and through a genuine concern for others, has had a positive impact on the Spartanburg Day School community. The origins of the Headmaster's Award began many years ago as a result of the generosity of Mrs. Justine Milliken. Mrs. Milliken suggested that the headmaster honor a student whose kindness, courtesy, thoughtfulness, and cooperation make life easier and more pleasant for everyone at SDS. The recognition of these traits seems all the more important in the years since the award was created, as the need for a little more kindness in the world has never been greater. This year, the award is presented to a student who, when I think of her personality and genuine interest in others, it is as though Mrs. Milliken described today's recipient. Being a ready source of support for others, exhibiting selflessness because it will make a difference for someone else, comes naturally to her. Her college advisor wrote that she has a type of social flexibility that is enviable. And while it would be understandable if she used this ability for her own gain, she rather has a tendency to find the student who most needs a friend. She is a breath of fresh air. Combined with her considerable academic abilities and desire to use her abilities to help others, today's recipient has made a difference for her fellow students at our school. Please join me in congratulating the recipient of the 2021 Gary E. Clark Headmaster's Award, Lillian Elizabeth Owens. Harry Grableski was the founding headmaster of the Spartanburg Day School. He served from 1957 to 1964. Many of our school traditions are attributed to Mr. Grableski. Every commencement, I carry his Bible, a Bible that has been passed along to each headmaster for use during their term of service. The senior Bible and the book gift is another tradition attributed to him. The Grableski Cup was established by Mr. Grableski to recognize a member of the graduating class for outstanding leadership. Outstanding leadership involving caring, taking initiative, changing things for the better, articulating positions clearly, listening, soliciting advice, acting creatively, and working as hard or harder than you expect others to work, being a worthy role model. Today's recipient has distinguished herself as a leader of the class of 2021 and as a leader for the entire student body and in service to the greater community. Described as one of the finest students taught in their careers by more than one of her faculty in multiple disciplines, the recipient excels with a balance across academic disciplines, is an accomplished athlete, a student leader, a tireless volunteer, and a contributor to student life in every aspect of our school. She has a smile that lights up a room or a hallway. She is seriously focused, but does not take herself too seriously. If she is a part of your organization, she is all in and provides natural leadership talent. She is trusted by her peers, as evidenced by her leadership on the school's Honor Council and student government. Please join me in congratulating the 2021 recipient of the Grableski Cup, Hope Lauren Marino. And now it's my honor to introduce and welcome to the podium Marshall Rogers, President of the senior class.
Good morning. My name is Marshall Rogers, and I am the president of the senior class. Every year, it's tradition for the senior class to give a gift to the school as a thank you for all that they've done for us. This year, I'm pleased to announce that the gift to Spartanburg Day School on behalf of the senior class, it will be the redecoration of the senior lounge. Whether we were doing homework, throwing a football from the balcony, or occasionally disrupting the surrounding classrooms, the senior lounge served as the hub for the senior class when we were on campus. The endless snacks, the smell of popcorn and mac and cheese burnt to a crisp, and rolling laughter are some of my fondest memories at the day school. While it's iconic, the senior lounge is due for an upgrade. There are broken tables, stains in couches, and even oranges in lamps due to the gauntlet that each class puts the senior lounge through. Our senior class has decided to remedy this by donating a senior lounge redecoration that enables seniors for years to come and enjoy the senior lounge as we all have. Thank you, Spartanburg Day School, for everything that you've done for us.
Thank you, seniors. Today's speaker to our graduates needs little introduction to our students and guests today. Serving as headmaster from 2001 till 2012, Chris Dorrance devoted himself to the improvement and support of the day school. He and his wife Alice have been tireless, generous, and loyal Griffins during his tenure as headmaster and for the almost 10 years since his retirement. We are standing in the shadow of one of his visions for our school, Presnell, a new upper school, a signature building for the campus, completed in 2011 along with more than $25 million of capital improvements across the campus. The combination of Chris's intelligence and his boundless energy is a tour de force. As a Griffin, he is known for his intelligence, courage, and leadership. Chris is a staunch SDS supporter and someone whose wise counsel has been valuable to me. I know of no one who embodies the spirit of the Griffin more than Chris Dorrance, and no one who could better share a message to our students during such times as these. As he comes to speak, I'm pleased to bestow an honor on him, one that he for many years bestowed on students at the day school. Chris, as you come to speak to us today, I am pleased to honor you with the Spirit of the Griffin Award for your service and leadership to our school for the past 2 decades. Welcome, Mr. Chris Dorrance.
Good morning, class of 2021. We're gathered here because of you and this important milestone you have reached. You are here because of your parents and teachers who have invested greatly in your well-being and your preparation for a life well lived. It has been the school's task to prepare you for jobs not yet created, with technology that currently doesn't exist, and that currently doesn't exist to solve problems that haven't been discovered. Think of the pandemic that has changed our lives and the race to discover a vaccine. This is not the last time, and you are going to have to be ready to help the next time. Generations, somewhere between 15 and 20 years in length, are often used to identify common characteristics of an age group and to analyze how current events shape their political, social, and economic viewpoints. Although there is plenty of room for disagreement and difference within a generation, there are many similarities worth noting and understanding. Why is this important? You, members of the Z generation, 74 million people born between 1996 and 2012, now comprise 22% of the nation's population and 1/3 of the world's population. Along with the millennials, 1980 to 1995, you share many common values that differ from my generation, the baby boomers. Together, you comprise over 50% of the workforce and will soon be a majority of eligible voters. Both generations tend to be more driven by issues than by political parties. Together, you are the most racially and ethnically diverse cohort of Americans, have more education, and are the most technologically comfortable in a time of rapid change. You have strong opinions about the environment and global warming. You are concerned about economic inequality and declining social mobility. You are more inclusive and accepting of social, sexual, and racial differences. Finally, you believe that both government and capitalism can provide a more just and healthy society. You are coming at an age of a time when America needs the younger generations most. We now live in the midst of a pandemic that has placed a searchlight emphasizing many of the era's structural shortcomings. These periods of disruption are unsettling, but they're common to the American experience. Every 40 to 50 years, America has to reorganize the relationship of the American economy and society. As George Friedman, author of The Storm Before the Calm, asserts, each cycle is a new invention of what America is. I'd like to interject for a moment part of a poem that was written by Amanda Gorman, one of the members of the Z generation. at the inauguration of President Biden. She said, "To compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man, and so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside." Times such as now, John Meacham tells us, are all junctures where the river of history changes. Clearly, the winds of change are overtaking the values and expectations that have long defined us. It may be hard to be optimistic in this period of seismic upheaval, but we must remember that America has overcome equally challenging times of war and economic depression. I have great faith that the graduates seated before us and the members of their generation can chart the course and steer the ship to calmer and better waters. I look forward to seeing what will become of you as parents, as citizens, as leaders. I look forward to seeing you take the hard right over the easy wrong. As Amanda Griffin Gorman said later in her letter, one thing is certain: if we merge mercy with might and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change is our children's birthright. Abraham Lincoln once said, of course, at Gettysburg, "The world will little note nor long remember what is said today." And that is probably true. But the world will remember, the school will remember, your parents will remember what you have done and meant to this school and what you can provide for this society. You are ready for the next stage of your life, and you will provide America with much needed oxygen and energy in what I believe strongly will be a time of rebirth and promise. Thank you, and good luck.
The seniors would now like to present their parents with the gift of one red rose in appreciation for their love and support all these years. Seniors, if you would now rise and give your parents a hug. Mrs. Deems, Mrs. Wall, I certify that the students before you have completed the requirements for the diploma of the Spartanburg Day School. Yasmin Noor Awan. Ratchford Lee Bear. Elliot Pasco Barron. John Worrell Burney III. Francis Paul Basha. Ashlyn Denise Cash. Michael Ligon Tuning III. Mariana Fawcett Converse. Corey Michael Garrity. Abby Elise Gilfillan. Grayson Sullivan Hannah. Ashley Catherine Harley. Abigail Elena Henthorn. William Bradley High. Sterling Pierce Hunt. Zachary Joseph Jones. Anna Elizabeth Grace Mallon. Boyce Miles Moore. Hope Lauren Moreno. Jonathan David Overton. Lillian Elizabeth Owens. Edward Elias Page. Grace Baker Pinkley. Grace Watson Queren. Noah Jeffrey Randall. William Joseph Roark. Marshall Calvin Rogers III. Madeline Bell Sally. Elizabeth Finley Stone. Daniel Orestes Straight. Kempson Corinne Thompson. Levi Austin Wall. Ian Thomas Wishard. Tingwei Zhang. The class welcomes Tingwei via the live stream from China. Seniors, you may move your tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021.
Congratulations, graduates, and thanks to all of you for celebrating with us today. Please remain standing now for the singing of the Alma Mater, led by Senior Abby Henthorne, and remain standing for the benediction given by Alumni Council President William Gray, Class of 2000. Following the recessional, families and guests may gather in the senior courtyard with their graduates. Again, thank you for honoring us by being here today.
No.
We with zeal pursue our studies toward a happy Please bow your heads. Creator and sustainer, please allow these young women and men to remember the experiences shared with their teachers and friends here at STS. Please help them to always know the love and support provided by their families in the form of a Spartanburg Day School education. Please watch over these graduates as they move into the next season of life, and let them never forget Finis coronat opus, which we know to mean the end crowns the work, but also means the goal gives value to the labor that produced it. Let them know the real work is just beginning, and they have the power to make a difference. Amen.